Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Yeah!
Well, it's Saturday at 9 and we are ready to go on air. We've got Scott and Jake and Jim and Lloyd who are all accounted for. The Cheap Seats theme is over now, but one guy still has yet to be there. Tell me, where in the world is Joseph Patrick Ryan? He might be teeing up on the back nine or giving a perm to his dog Archie. Maybe sitting in air conditioning watching his dad landscape his yard. Well, he might have lost his keys because he's old and has no memory. Tell me,
Where in the world is
Joseph Patrick Ryan? He might be importing exotic water for his pool. It comes from a body who's from Manito. Well, it's time to start the show, and Joe is on the go to nowhere. He might show at 9:15 and think that he is right on time. Maybe he's busy getting guests wrong. I guess we'll have to wonder where in the world is Joseph Patrick Ryan? I wonder
where in the world is
Joseph Patrick Ryan. Joe!
Where is Joseph Patrick Ryan? Who sang that?
The founder of the group Rockapella.
Founder of the group of Rockapeller. And
Wrong. Rolling Stones.
Don't we have a Weird Al Yankovic one too?
Not a song.
Oh.
This is Cheap Seats.
Oh. Well. Work on that, Lloyd.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM, broadcasting live from Jake's Furnishings. Scott Kirby, Jake Johnston, Lloyd Kirby, Jim Ash, and no Joe.
No, where could he be? So many options.
Well, I mean, the song explains it.
Yeah.
Is Archie due for a perm?
Yes.
Okay, that's what he's doing. But we are here at Jake's Furnishings. Jake, you got a big 4th of July furniture blowout sale going on. Tell us.
Oh, that we do there. We got actually big deals all the way through the store. Sectionals, big discounts on those. Reclining furniture, reclining sofas, love seats. Basically about anything you want. Mattresses have big discounts on them. So the employees got it all set up yesterday and day before, and we're ready to move some merchandise.
All right. I feel like we need to make a "Where in the World is Jake Johnston?" You've been absent quite often lately.
Well, that may be, but it's not like our listeners are missing me.
You're out of vacation days, so
what?
Yeah.
You've
used them all up.
We're gonna need to renegotiate. Yeah.
Well, the big boss man's right over there controlling this show. You're gonna have to discuss that with him.
Yeah, I'd like to do a Vegas trip here soon.
With the show?
If the show would like to come, I'd bring them along with me.
Are you gonna flip the bill?
Oh no!
Oh
no! No! We're going wireless.
You can write it off on your taxes.
Oh, I'm sure somebody
furniture
could.
Expo.
That's what it is.
Well,
yeah,
you go to the Furniture Expo, and we'll do everything else.
Okay.
And you write it off.
Yep.
Big write-off. Big, huge. I mean, you'll do your taxes next year. You'll be like, oh, that worked out well.
You know, there might be a trip to Mexico in my future.
Dang.
And I need to go see my buddy in Florida. I think we're going to have a get-together probably either right before the
why don't you go down there?
School class reunion?
Go in 4 weeks.
After.
We'll be down there in 4 weeks.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You go down to Destin?
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the area we like to go to. He lives down there in Pace, which is about 35 minutes from Destin. So yeah, it's a pretty nice
East
place.
or west?
It would be
it's not south.
No, it'd be slightly west.
Gulf of America.
Slightly west towards Pensacola, and probably about 4 miles north of the Gulf, I guess. So about 4 miles in.
Okay.
But yeah, nice area. Real nice county. Great sheriff. I guess the
Is
county,
that the one that's always on TikTok and
Polk County? I think
Polk
it
County?
is.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah, he's pretty popular.
You don't beat around the bush.
No, and they don't have crime in that area. Yeah. I mean, it's very, very seldom you see stuff going on.
Well, now you're going down there, and there's going to be nothing but crime.
Nothing but it, yeah.
Nothing but. What are we going to talk about today, Jake? We don't have any guests. Our guest getter, I think he used up all of his guests last weekend.
I hear the show was pretty good last week.
Show was good. We had Wyatt Momman on.
Pretty good. Seen him pitch up there for the Corn Builders a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did really nice job.
We had Trey Schilling on as well.
Trey's always a good guest.
And then we had the group for the St. Jude Jeep Run. They're doing their fundraiser to raise money for St. Jude's, and then they're going to sponsor a runner when they do the run across the country.
From Memphis to Peoria or whatever it is.
Yeah. So, it was good. I know they ended up at Copper and Oak for a band that night. That was the final stop. So hopefully they raised a lot of money. Great cause.
Yeah, I did it. Helped out as much as I could last year. Helped out a little bit this year as well. Did a phone-in deal on an auction item that we helped make them a little bit of money, and always proud to help St. Jude's any way I can. It was one of my father's favorite things to donate to, and organizations to donate to. And since then, and him and I had a conversation about it back before he had passed. Since then, I've tried to help out as much as I can with them. So hated to miss it.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a good time. We can talk some Illinois basketball. We had the NBA draft back on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we'll talk Illinois basketball. We can talk Cubs Cards first series of the season took place a few days ago and had a split. Cardinal fans were feeling pretty good about themselves, winning the first two, and then the Cubbies came back to take the next two to split that series. And Cardinals making a run. I think they're 3.5 games out now. I think they won last night. night. Cubs lost.
You know, 3.5 games out. As a Cardinal fan, you got to be thinking they're a lot better than what we thought they were going to be at the beginning of the year. I still think we're a little short on pitching.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the year, all you Cardinal fans are just walking around moping and pouting, going, we're going to stink, we didn't do anything, our guys are horrible. You guys are in a pretty good position right now. And you guys are in the wild card hunt, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So. And you know what? To be behind the Cubs, who's really got the second best record in baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be too unhappy with that. But, you know, as a Cardinal fan, you just want to feel like you're not just competing, that you're having the opportunity to win a title. And it just the feel is that you're a pitcher short in the starting rotation, and maybe even a pitcher short in the bullpen as well, but definitely in the starting rotation.
Even about 15 other teams.
Correct.
And we'll see. All-Star breaks coming up.
The only one that could probably claim not is the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So.
And they'll probably just go out and get one just so nobody else gets him.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
But, All-Star breaks coming up. Then you got the trade deadline. So that's really going to speak what the Cardinals organization sees about their team. You know, are they going to go out and make that move, or are they just going to kind of ride it out and, you know, build it, you know, for the future? Yeah. You know, and you know, the Cardinals, you guys have been frustrated in the past year. They haven't really gone out and gotten that big, you know, trade market deal at trade deadline, and we'll see what they do this year. And as well as the Cubs say they're all in. We do need another starting pitcher, and I think we found our closer. I like our closer. He looks a little sporadic at times, but he's throwing it up there, 101, 102, and he's got a good slider. So we'll see. All-Star game. Cubs got 3 guys looking to make that roster, and Pete Crow Armstrong, Kyle Tucker.
Pete Crow Armstrong, boy, he's obviously a very talented guy. But, boy, how frustrated were you guys the other night when he kind of nonchalantly made the catch thinking it was 3 outs, and then Wynn tags from second and comes all the way around to score.
Yeah, that was a mental.
Oh yeah,
mental
it happens
collapse,
especially younger kids. It happens, you know, more often than you want it to. But you know, that kid, he is a talent. And then see that and how the Cub fans just came down hard on him online.
You know, that's what Cub fans do. We, you know,
expect perfection.
Yeah.
It's 2016 all over again.
Yep. So that's all I got.
That's it. That's the show.
That's the show.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, we'll try to get Jeff Alexander on here in the next couple weeks. He's pretty busy. He's busy all the time.
Was he at the draft?
He was at the draft.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's probably a pretty cool show.
What?
Being there and you know, seeing
absolutely.
all the guys going up there and whatnot.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure he knew a few of them from scouting and whatnot.
Well, I mean, look at the Big Ten, how well they did. The 2 Rutgers guys went up top 10, and you know, Illinois with, you know, top 25. 2 of them going back to back. That was going to be our trivia question, and we can still have it. Okay, we got how many tickets we're giving away, Jim?
40.
40? Well, we gave a whole slug of them out a few weeks ago.
We lowered the amount pretty well.
Jim had to call the fine folks at Knights Action Park and get some more.
Re-up.
So we'll give away a pair. Okay, he said no. Now he says
cut that. Cut it.
Yeah, because Jim likes to use those as well. You know, he goes on Sundays.
Look at that tan. You don't get that from sitting inside.
Yeah, he loves those water slides.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Banana hammocks.
Yep. He wears them. If you can call in at 217-871-4930, and if you can tell us the 2 Illinois basketball players that went in the draft and where they went in the draft.
Do you have to say their name?
Yep, you got to say the name. And it's got to be correct.
It's got to be correct.
So, give us a call at 217 871-4930 and tell us which 2 Illini players went in the draft and where they went. You're going to win a pair of tickets to Knights Action Park.
These are the good tickets, too.
These are.
Yeah.
We don't spare no expense.
You get a little, what do you call it, go-kart driving and all the fun stuff.
Is it the all-access pass? Yeah, man. Whoa. We're elite here.
We are elite.
You just don't hear about people giving away Knights Action Park tickets.
Well, Jim does.
Well, I mean, besides us.
Oh, I was going to say, I mean, I hear about Jim giving them away all the time.
Yeah. Yep. So give us a call if you know the answer. You're going to win some Knights Action Park tickets. And what a better day to go to than today to Knights Action Park.
Yeah. What a cool thing, though, with the Illini guys going there in the draft. I mean, I think that could help their recruiting as well. And
oh, for sure.
You know, bringing in some more talented guys. You hated seeing them go.
Oh, absolutely.
But at the same time, you really like seeing their name called.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a cool thing.
Yeah, I thought. Well, I'm not going to say the name because
you can't say the name.
We're trying to throw out some tickets here, but we'll talk about if anybody calls. I mean, it's a Saturday morning, nice out.
I mean, heck, you can't even get Joe Ryan to show up to work.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you know, I don't know what he can't do this morning that he can't get done in the week if he'd show up to work and do it. You know,
he's busy.
Oh, is he?
He plays golf and hangs out with the dog. He likes to swim laps.
Yeah.
Really, that's pretty much his week.
That's about what he does.
Yeah.
Probably he has to change out his water in his pool once a week.
That Fiji water, you can only use it for so long.
Yeah.
And he likes to keep it fresh.
Yeah, if it starts getting dirty, he'll drain it.
And
haul
start
in
over.
Some more Fiji water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fiji Bottling Company.
Fiji Bottling Company, yeah, they bring it by the truckloads. And I don't know, do they bring it in a big tanker? Does he empty it bottle by bottle?
No, big tanker. He did the bottle-to-bottle thing and had a video of it they sent to Fiji Bottling. And they said, hold on, we've got a tanker. It's just going to cost you this. And Joe, I mean,
yeah,
money's no object for Joe Ryan.
No, not at all. So we'll talk some Illinois basketball later. NFL, that's coming around. Training camp's about here.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be towards the end of July, so football season right around the corner. Bears fans feeling pretty good about themselves. Buccaneers fan over there,
Go Bucks!
He's kind of iffy. And Jake, we know you don't really give a crap.
No, not really. I will say I was at a bar last night and had a couple gentlemen. We were talking some Chicago Bears football, and they're very excited. They are on the Scott Kirby train of non-reality.
Hey.
14.
12. Oh, 14.
I heard a 14 win last night.
14 wins.
Hold on, fella. What are you drinking? Let me get you another one.
I like
That's how I interjected into the conversation was, hold on, what are you drinking? I need to get you another one because this conversation's going the wrong way. 14 wins, so confidence on the Bear this year.
Okay, well, I don't know about 14.
I don't.
I'll take 12.
Yeah, I was going to say, you had the preseason with the regular season. Maybe you get to 11.
And
I don't
the
know.
postseason, I mean, is he counting postseason too?
Oh, you're making the Bears going to make the postseason?
Oh, yeah, easy.
Breaking, you heard it here first, folks. For all you betting at Vegas, Scotty says this is a lock. Lead pipe.
Throw a couple grand down on the Bears, Jake.
Lead pipe lock.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
We'll see.
You know, first 6 weeks will be fun, and then I'll probably be disinterested after that. But we shall see.
They've got a pretty good schedule this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's NFL, so most of the teams are pretty tough.
Yeah, you know, NFL, it's a tough league, so any win is good, and we're going to have a lot of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. 14,
it's going to be happy times.
12 or 14, somewhere in that range.
Yeah. Well, let's take a commercial break. I think we may have a Joe Ryan appearance. I thought I saw him pull in. He's
allegedly
probably out on his truck. Just sitting
trying to get himself motivated. Yeah, you got to play that that music that gets you all pumped to come into a show like this.
Oh, yeah? What do you play? Eye of the Tiger?
I have Eye of the
Sandman.
Tiger, little Frank Sinatra.
Oh.
So I like to go with Frankie. So
Jim likes Pump Up the Jam.
who doesn't like Pump Up the Jam? Uh-oh, Lloyd's dancing. Oh.
Oh, Lloyd. There goes that left foot. There it goes.
I think he's hurt.
Yeah, or in a coma.
I think he's hurt.
Yeah.
He's down.
All right. Well, let's take a commercial break. We come back. We'll have more nonsense here on the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butter Burger, 20.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Chuck Verderber, and you're listening to the Cheap Seats with Joe, Jack, Jim, Lloyd, and Scott on 96.3 FM.
Jake.
Oh, Jake. Sorry.
That's all right.
Let's say Jack.
Yeah.
Jack, Jake, whatever. This is Chuck Verderber, and you're listening to the Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, Jim, Lloyd, and Scott on 96.3 FM WLCN. Yeah.
That's Limp Bizkit. Is it Traffic?
I don't know.
That's a good song.
You don't know that, Joe?
Hot and nitty gritty. Oh, it's way before my time.
I doubt it.
Wrong.
Hey, Joe,
What
did you do that
the hell
too?
was that? That was a pretty big boom that just rocked your furniture store.
Congratulations, you got a new drive-thru.
Wow. Sound like a bomb going off. Are we?
I'm going to put the headphones
we
on
under
now
attack?
because I don't want to hear anymore.
That was pretty good.
You could feel that.
That was a good boom.
That was a good boom. I don't know what that was.
Lloyd, go out and walk around, see what that was.
He just did.
Well, he peeked his head out the door.
He's scared. Why would he step out in the middle of that?
That definitely was not gunshot.
That was like a bunker buster.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's talk bunker busters.
Are we in Iran?
I don't think so.
And Iran.
Wow.
So far away.
I don't know.
Yep.
That was pretty good.
Well, Lloyd's going to go check it out. Hopefully he comes back in one piece.
But
we are back here at Jake's Furnishings here on the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. And our listeners and viewers have the opportunity to win a pair of Knights Action Park tickets if they call 217-871-4930. See if you know the answer. Don't say it. Who were the two Illinois basketball players that went in the draft on Wednesday night, and where were they picked?
Yeah.
And what team? A bonus.
Oh, a little bonus.
A little bonus.
He'll
What
throw
team?
in one more ticket.
I'd have no idea now. You went way over my head.
Yeah, that's
what team.
So now we're up to 3 tickets.
3 tickets.
Yeah.
Bonus question.
Take all your friends.
Yep. And we'll just sit here in silence
We've
and
got
wait for a call.
two. They had 2 go in the first 20 or 25, didn't they?
It's a question.
It's a question, Joe, that we
Give it
ask
away.
the customers that maybe they could answer, and if they do, they win a prize.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
We don't need him to say anything, do we?
Yeah. You probably should.
I mean, honestly,
you probably could have just stayed home today.
what were you doing?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I've been busy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we've heard.
Though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch draft. Don't know.
What?
The NBA draft.
Well, I just watch it because I had interest. If I didn't have any interest, I probably wouldn't watch it either.
Yeah. But I don't know who went where. But you watch NBA basketball?
No. Well, if certain teams.
I tried to watch Game 7.
I'll watch the Bulls. I'll watch the Timberwolves. Now I'm going to watch 2 other teams.
I watch
can't say
Indiana Fever.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'll turn her on every now and then.
Yeah, that's probably the most entertaining.
I doubt you'll ever
NBA.
turn her on, Joe.
I knew you guys would run with that.
Yeah,
but I turn the Fever on because Caitlin plays. You know what I mean?
Clark,
She's fun to watch.
Yep.
I wouldn't turn it on probably otherwise.
I think it's probably my favorite NBA team.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why don't you get yourself a Fever jersey?
Yeah. Get you a Caitlin Clark.
Hey, Jim,
jersey
put that on your
and
Christmas
order
thing.
it in a medium.
Yeah.
Medium.
Put that on the Christmas thing when you give out the things at the Christmas party. Right. He'd like a medium Caitlin Clark Fever jersey.
Yeah.
Good on.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I would.
Be tight through your shoulders, but other than that, I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That'd be fine.
You want that as a tank top?
Oh, yeah, it's a jersey.
It's a jersey, Jim.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What's Jim talking about?
Just got to make sure you shave your hairy triceps.
Oh, yeah. Those shave them all the time.
Have that back hair sticking out of the back of the jersey. That's very attractive on you.
Yeah. Everybody loves the back hair.
The back hair,
real man,
popping out of the jersey,
just popping.
You walk down the streets in that thing, Jake.
Woolly mammoth. I look like what was it? Michael J. Fox.
Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah, there.
When he was playing basketball.
Yeah. Teen Wolf.
I don't think I'm quite that hairy.
Get you a headband.
Maybe, I don't know.
What happened to the good old days? Shows like that. What's the last good movie you saw? Did you go to theater?
Listen, nowadays, if you really want to be, then you can identify as a werewolf. So
yeah, or a cat or a dog.
I mean, any of that stuff. So you can't really project that on TV because
people take it way too serious.
Take it way too far. Yeah.
I'm not going to project it on either one of you. But have you guys seen a good movie? You ever go to theater? No.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Last one I went to was the Mission Impossible. Shawshank Redemption. Actually, I'd go see that again if it was in theaters.
Yeah.
I mean, that show's fantastic.
Well, that's action-packed, though.
How about
He's
you,
fun
Joe?
to watch,
Joe,
Tom Cruise.
What's the last movie you saw?
I think the last one I saw was the Bob Dylan one, man. I thought it was good.
You went to the theater to watch that?
Yeah. I like the theater, man. I think I don't know.
I really like our theater here in town.
That's what I mean. We're lucky to have it.
Yeah. I think so, too.
I like to go watch a movie.
Yep.
But I went and watched that Bob Dylan one. That's good.
Tell you what, man, I can't resist the popcorn, and then I only eat like 3 handfuls out of it. I'm like, man, I'm full of this.
Oh, quit.
But I get
I feel like that's a lie.
No,
I feel like that's a lie, too, because I'll pound the entire bag.
That's, in my mind, that's what I'm going to do, but I can't do it. I can't eat much of the bucket, so usually about 3/4 of it gets thrown away.
I bet you could eat a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh, I'd get down. You know what?
Getting down. Getting down.
The daughter was in Clinton the other day, and she says, "Dad, do you want anything from over here?" I was like, "Hey, stop and get me a 3-piece from KFC."
That is not what he said.
That is what I said.
He said a bucket.
Yeah,
I said
a 3-piece.
I said a 3-piece.
Right.
And then give me a bucket of biscuits, too.
I want the biscuit, I want the mashed potatoes and gravy, and I want the coleslaw.
Yeah.
And she calls him back, says, "Dad, I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but they closed it."
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
They did. And I said, "I'm not angry. I'm just sad."
And just find me something else. Drive to Springfield.
Nope. Actually, I sent her downtown to Save-A-Lot there in the Clinton, and they have their own butchers there, and she got me some grill cuts from there. So about 2.5-inch thick T-bone.
Was good, too. Almost better than 3-piece Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Almost. Well, after I was done with it, I cooked that thing to perfection. Grilled that thing to perfection.
Did you just get 3 little nibbles out of it, then you're full?
I didn't eat the whole thing. I can tell you that. She also they have a pureed horseradish over there, so that goes really well with anybody's steak, really.
I like horseradish.
Yeah, I do too.
Good stuff. So when's the last time you've been in a theater?
Great
Long
story.
time? This is a theater story.
I think the last time I was in the movie theater was Top Gun Maverick.
Seen it twice in the theater.
The new one.
That I can recall. Yeah, I think that was it, and that's been a while.
That was good, too.
Yeah.
That was real good. Well, that was another Top Gun or Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there you go. Move along. Next subject. Let's keep the listeners here.
Really, since COVID, there really hadn't been that many good movies out. No. I mean, not really. Not like there used to be. It used to be during summertime. You'd have, literally every week you'd have a new release.
Oh, we just talked, it's only been 50 years since Jaws came out. We just talked about that on the show?
50 years.
50 years.
What a classic.
Oh, still terrifies kids to this day, and they haven't even seen it.
That shark movie. They've tried to make other shark movies in recent. The Meg.
The Meg, yeah.
The Meg 2.
I never saw any of those.
I saw Jaws in reverse the other day.
Oh, he's spitting people out?
He's actually a very giving shark that takes recently amputee people and gives them their limbs back.
Oh.
Which was really kind of a cool deal.
Friendly shark.
I mean, after you see that, it just warms your heart.
Yeah.
Makes you want to get a shark, doesn't it?
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want one.
Yeah, they're cool.
They give you your limbs
Until
back.
they're not.
That show was good, though.
Well, the guest getter didn't get any guests today, which I don't know.
Did the program director have anything for us?
Nothing.
No, he relies on us a lot.
And the guy that is the head of this show came in with an agenda that was not to be.
Well, I thought we had a guest.
You did.
No.
I was going to say at no point.
I was hoping. Joe's got all kinds of people lined up, but they just never show up. Or they show up at 11.
Last night I had a conversation with two young men about coming on the show this morning, and I was supposed to go outside and talk to them, and forgot where I was at and forgot to talk to them. So they were going to come on this morning. That would have made the show a little more interesting.
Well, that's our.
Where were you at last night that you could forget where you were at?
Sounds like he's a talker.
I was at the Spirited Republic.
And you had a couple people lined up, and you couldn't get them to come on?
Yep.
Couldn't close the deal.
No, they were sitting out back, and I was sitting inside, and had some controversies show up, and also had a couple Bears fans that thought they were going to win 14 games this year.
I think they will.
They did. I don't know how. I don't know what they put in that alcohol up there.
14 games.
You wait until Joe shows up in his Bears jersey.
14 games.
Yeah. Oof.
No way. 12, no way. 8, 9, maybe.
What do you know? You're an Arizona Cardinal fan.
I know about bad football, and they're bad football.
You're not used to winning.
I know all about bad football.
Listen, there's not too many coaches that knows bad football like Joe Ryan.
I know bad football.
Knows bad football.
And, son, you've got yourself a bad football team.
We shall see, Joe. I hope you eat your words. Record
I do too. I root
Mark
for the Bears.
that down, Jim. I want this segment
it'll be archived.
Lloyd's the one that does that. He's the only one that brings things back up out of the deaths.
Joe, did you notice anything new when you walked in? Anything different? Anything more organized?
Do we get a new couch to sit on?
No.
I mean, it's new, but
look at the cords. Our cords. Further down on the floor.
Oh, we got away from the tape?
Jim zip tied them. Zip tied our cords. He is.
Jim's been watching a lot of criminal movies. Learn how to work the zip tie.
I thought somebody got a zip tie pack for Father's Day.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I going to do with these?
The fluorescent, and so they probably glow in the dark. So when we do a nighttime
I like
show,
the zip tie. Nice job.
Color coordinate. Just watch your fingers because they'll rip one right off.
Oh, yeah, they will. Oh, yeah, they will.
Oh, yeah.
So
don't worry. Yeah. Jim's well insured.
You insured, Jim? I think it's
with life insurance.
Let's get
because you need it.
You do need it.
Well, let's take another commercial break because
let's give our fans a break.
Show is crap. But if you want to give us a call, 217-871-4930. You got something you want to talk about, or if you want to wear a pair of Knights Action Park tickets, let us know who two Illinois basketball players that were drafted on Wednesday, where they were drafted and what team they went to. As a bonus,
there you go.
We'll throw in another ticket.
Throw in an extra ticket.
You can win some tickets, so give us a call. All right, we'll go to commercial break. We come back. We'll wrap it up here on the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 20.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You can say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You can chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
This is Dave Kindred, and you're listening to Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, Jim, Lloyd, and Scott on 96.3 FM, WLCN.
Taylor Swift. Kitsch. Yeah.
You're the only one.
Rest in peace. He passed away several years ago. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. Who was that intro?
I didn't get the headsets on in time to hear who.
Huh?
Dave Kindred, the dude that used to run.
Oh, Dave Kindred.
Oh, Dave Kindred. We had him on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting dude. Hung out with Muhammad Ali.
Knows a lot of sports, a lot of stories. We could have done 3 or 4 shows with him.
Whatever happened to those days? Muhammad Ali. Like this big fight on a night. We're going to watch Muhammad fight Joe Frazier.
Boxing's just not. It's UFC now. You know, boxing's just kind of.
Yeah, UFC's definitely the entertaining version. You know, you just don't see much boxing anymore.
Yeah, just got to be rigged.
I mean, you got the Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
you know,
he's entertaining.
He's entertaining. But other than that, it's just kind of.
Hey, you don't have that Mike Tyson draw like you did back in the day.
Where he's biting people's ears off. And, I mean, that makes for great TV.
You remember that when some of those guys, Sugar Ray, when some of those guys fought? I mean,
Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, you remember that? That was like
George Foreman.
We don't.
His later years.
That was way before.
You couldn't get in front of the TV and watch that 15-rounder. You know?
Yeah, you like the heavyweights that only go about 3 or 4 rounds, but
some of those are just brutal battles.
Yeah.
Jake, you're a gamer, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
You say you are.
Used to be.
Call of Duty, Warzone.
Yeah.
You got a squad you run with?
Yes, not as much as I did back in the day, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do too, and you know, it's that's a sport, right?
I mean,
well, look how athletic he is.
I know.
I mean, it takes an athlete to play.
Listen, I would say yes, it is a sport.
I would too.
You would.
It is not easy. I mean,
show us like from sports. You know, you'll see basketball players, they warm up, do the layup thing, run the court, boom, 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 boom. What are you guys doing before you start your game?
You got to get those thumb muscles.
I like to go on a practice game.
Do you do this?
Pull out the sniper rifle, and then I like to do a 360 spin, jump, and shoot somebody.
Okay. Gotcha.
No scope.
Well, I tell you get your squad together. I'll get mine together.
I mean, it's really a quick scope, but they call it no scope, but it's really a quick scope.
And we'll challenge each other.
Yeah.
You know.
I see that happening about like I do the fantasy football league.
Oh, that's happening.
Yep.
We're going to start
and
working
the Bears
on that
winning 14 games this year.
Yep.
Fantasy
it's all happening this year.
Yep. Yeah. This year, it's all going to happen.
WLC you know what we call it, don't you? Next level.
Next level stuff.
This could be a next level show.
Well,
like today.
It's next level.
You know, if we had any listeners at all, we lost most of them today. You know what I mean?
Quite possibly, yes.
Yeah. Because this isn't as entertaining as like Oprah or something like that.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Do you think it is?
Oh, yeah. We're not giving away cars and stuff like that.
You think we're as good as like old Johnny Carson?
No.
Young David Letterman?
Yeah, probably young David Letterman.
Semi Conan O'Brien type stuff?
Yeah. It's pretty comical.
We good?
No.
Or would you consider us more PBS and that dude with the
that's more like
Bob Ross?
Yeah, we got a caller.
I think we're a little more like Bobby Ross.
Yeah. We do have a caller.
Is Bobby Ross on the phone?
Hello.
Hello, caller.
Well,
you know what? The old ghost caller.
Jim screwed that one up.
That was
probably
a crank
cut him
call.
off.
Is your refrigerator running? Better catch it. You know what I'm saying? That was a crank call.
Jim's trying to get him back here.
Jim.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Who are we talking to this morning?
You're talking to Dara.
Dara. Good morning, Dara.
Yes. Good morning, guys.
How are you?
Dara?
You guys should go down to Chatham to the Corn Ferry tournament.
The what tournament?
The Corn Ferry.
Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to go
that.
I was supposed to go tomorrow.
It's free. Well, I'll be, Reese and I are working that tomorrow. We're walking scores.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I've done that a couple times. It's fun to watch how good those guys are. Hot. It's a bit hot.
Yes. Guthrie, that played for the U of I, he's tied for first.
Is he really?
Yes. And Buchanan is making his debut, and currently he's at 13th today.
You seen Coach Small over there?
I did not.
I bet he's there. If he hangs around, I bet he comes over for the championship. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then the group I was walking with Thursday, one of those players is tied for 6th today.
That's good stuff. Did Do you know what time it starts tomorrow? Like what they do the good guy. What time does the last group go off?
I don't know. I know we got to tee off at 7:30, like around 7:45 is when we're gonna with our groups. So I'm not sure yet on that. I apologize.
Well, that's all right. Yeah, it's a big deal. It's cool to go to.
It is, and free. So folks are listening. It's free, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of kids stuff going on down there. So yeah.
A few tents you can stand up in and have a beverage.
Yes.
And a Pop-Tart. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, they serving Pop-Tarts over there?
Joe loves his Pop-Tarts.
I'm sure you could probably go into the clubhouse and find one.
There's Pop-Tarts in there. I think there's toasters, Pop-Tarts, whatever you need over there. And beverages.
Well, yep, you guys have a good weekend.
Yep, you too. Thanks for calling.
Derek.
All right, bye.
Yep.
Yeah, man. You guys haven't been over to Corn Ferry? It's pretty cool.
Wasn't that your nickname in school?
No.
They called him Corny after a while. They had to shorten it up a little bit.
You know, I could say a lot of things, but this is a family show, and I'm not going to. So I'm gonna let that go from the boy over here running the board. Both of them. Here's another phone call.
That's two. It's another record.
Phone call.
Record. Good morning. Who are we talking to? I know who it is.
Hello.
It's Joel. Now we can talk some sports.
Joel. Wow.
Joel, where have you been the past 45 minutes?
Shut my mic off.
For peace sakes.
Well,
we should have given you a call.
Outside and looking up to the sky to see if there's a bat signal, and I didn't see one. So.
Yeah, I should have called. I thought Scotty had something to talk about.
Well, you thought wrong.
Shine the Illini light up in the air.
Yeah, Joel, let's talk a little bit about that. Since apparently nobody's going to call in, we can go ahead and talk about the Illini NBA draft.
I'm somebody.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, did he ever just blast you?
Well,
wow.
Joel, do you want to win some tickets?
Yes, he does. Why wouldn't he?
No. Pretty hurt. I think I'm going to let you go.
Oh.
We deserve that.
Joel doesn't win.
Scotty deserves that.
What? You know what I meant. Anyway,
I'm
Joel,
just kidding, Scott.
Let's get rid of these two bozos. Let's talk some football or some basketball. Illinois had a couple guys go the other night. You want to talk a little bit about that? We got Kasparas Giacchionis and Will Riley.
I am so impressed when you say it. Who was it again?
Kasparas Giacchionis.
He's got to practice that at home. I don't even know if it's right, but it sounds good.
It's absolutely right.
Oh, him and Jeff worked on this for like 3 weeks while Jeff was still recruiting
with a speech therapist.
Well, you know, this year's going to be tough too. You know, with all the Ivasiches and you know,
you got a pair of them.
I'm going to have to study up. But you got KJ. We'll say KJ, Joe. Can you say KJ?
KG.
Okay, close enough. Anyway, he goes at number 20 to the Miami Heat. You think that's a pretty good fit for him?
I do. Miami really needs a point guard. Now, I'll admit, I wasn't much of a fan of KJ at Illinois, just because of the turnovers. I really wish they could have just kept Jeremiah Fears in the mix and not gone with KJ looking back at it, but he's certainly very talented, but the one thing he does really good, and they talked about it on the draft, is he's very elite at pick and roll is bread and butter in the NBA, other than the three-point shot. So he'll do fine in that. I tell you this though, Eric Spoelstra is not going to put up with the turnovers, so he's either going to have to grow up that part of his game, or he is not going to play there because they do not play around down there.
No, and you know, he may have tried to do a little too much at Illinois, forcing things where, you know, coming over from playing overseas to over here is different. So he's learning something new, and now going to the NBA, you know, there's a huge learning curve there. And like you said, turnovers, you know, really hurt KJ's game last year. But I feel like a lot of things he was forcing just to make things happen. But you know, the upside for KJ is huge. His ceiling is huge, and you got to remember, this kid's only 18, 19 years old, and a lot of room for development. And you know, I listened to his press conference the other day, and you know, he has to hit that weight room if he wants to play his type of game in the NBA. You got to be strong, you got to be be physical. So he's going to have to hit that weight room, and and I'm sure he will. And playing for the Miami Heat with Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley down there, that's a pretty big deal for him.
Yeah, if he can fit into their culture, that's a great place to be. So it's kind of a place either you fit or you don't, and they're not afraid to let you know you don't fit.
Well, yeah, it's the NBA. If you don't fit, you're gone. And now it's just it's a job, and it's.
I thought maybe there was a chance, even though I really didn't want him to. I thought maybe just because of being from Lithuania that Karnišovas would take him with the Bulls, but I'm glad I didn't have to go down that road, because I don't want to listen to Bulls fans, and as someone who watches the Bulls, I don't want to watch them throw the ball away 8 times a game. I've had enough. So.
Yeah, there was a couple of teams there I thought he could go to earlier. Oklahoma City, I thought they might take him with their pick. That'd have been nice for him. And the Bulls was an option. And who was the other one? Can't think right now, but
I tell you what, man, the Bulls.
Just
I'm about done with the Bulls. I'm about ready to find another team.
Well, hey, ask Joe. He
I
knows,
like that.
And just talk to Joe about that. He's always jumping bandwagons. He'll be able to help you out
Never
there.
jumped bandwagon. I'm a Cardinal fan.
The thing is, who? So let's see. Where can I make a comparison here? So. I'm trying to. I don't understand what the GM is doing, and it kind of dawned on me the other night. He's that guy that always has to do the thing you don't expect, just because he doesn't want to do what everybody else does. But it never works out. But he just wants to be cool and different. He's like some wacky offensive coordinator in the NFL that shows up with a gimmick offense for 1 year, and by the next year, everybody figures it out. But he keeps pushing it because he keeps making these draft picks that make no sense. Patrick Williams should not have been drafted 4th. This guy they drafted from France, okay, he's 6'10". Nobody really knows anything about him. There's proven college stars available, like Derek Queen from Maryland and other people.
Yeah.
And do we just take the easy pick that we know what Derek Queen's going to be? He's probably going to be like a little bit more to the ground, but he's going to rebound, he's going to block some shots, and he can score. Instead, we got to go to another draft pick that everybody's just like, who, what? And so I just kind of come to accept the fact that he just wants to be different. So that's great, I guess, but the organization's kind of getting run into the ground, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Joel, you sound pretty bitter on the Bulls, and yeah, it's.
Well, there's so many good players staring him in the face. It's not that either of the kids from Illinois, I know what I just said about KJ, but either of those kids from Illinois would have been better for the Bulls than what they did. I've yet to hear anybody from the Bulls even tell me what position this guy's going to play. Which, don't you kind of need to know that?
Yeah, you gotta know your crew, and maybe they don't know. They've got guys flowing in and out of there, and
then not only did he draft Patrick Williams, then last year he gave him $90 million for a guy that can't even get on the floor hardly anymore.
Yeah.
Now they're stuck with that contract, and then he's got Kobe White's pretty good, Isles pretty good. But now,
and that's
also got Josh Giddey that apparently they're going to give $30 million a year to Josh Giddey.
Wow.
Well, how many guards do you need? Lonzo Ball, they just gave another $20 million to. So they gave
and how many times has he been on the court?
Guys that are ancillary players.
Yeah, they're on the bench watching because they're hurt, and getting paid. But yeah, it's frustrating if you're a Bulls fan. But hopefully Io, he comes back, and he was having a great season until he got hurt. And so if he develops and recovers from the injury, I like what he does. But then you look at Will Riley going at 21. Joel, he's with the Wizards, and that's another good spot for him because I don't think the Wizards are any good. And he could find himself getting some time because Will Riley really came on second half of the season, and he's a scorer. You got to shore up his defense, but do they really play that much defense in the NBA until you get to postseason? But
there's only a couple teams, right? Oklahoma City sure plays defense.
Yeah. Indiana, they play defense. But
I think for Will, he landed in a much better spot than I figured he would. I was worried he'd get picked by a team that wanted to stick him on the bench for a couple years.
Yeah.
But in Washington, I mean, that's just about the worst franchise in NBA, both as an organization and talent-wise. So now I think he'll get to learn while he plays, which, might be an okay thing. They're not going to win anything. Probably the entire time he's there, they'll probably never make the playoffs. But maybe he can make a name for himself and get to a better team eventually. Right.
Yeah, and, with just the way the draft unfolded, some picks there early that kind of shocked you. They took KJ at 20, and I was kind of worried that, Will was just going to fall out of the first round. And then before you know it, it's back-to-back picks for Illinois, and good for him. But, he had the guy from China that wasn't even predicted to get in the first round, and I think he went 15 or 16, and it really just shuffled some things up there. And and that was a surprise pick, and he was there. I think he was pretty confident he was going to go in the first round, and good for him. But that's one of those names that wasn't really on anybody's board except who drafted him. And drafts, especially NFL and NBA, they can go either way. They're just so unpredictable, and you got all those experts out there ranking, your top 10 available, and you can take that for what it's worth, because a lot of times that doesn't really pan out the way they think it is. But that's the excitement and the intriguing part of it.
How'd you like to be Utah? You spent the fourth or fifth pick on Ace Bailey from Rutgers, and he immediately let you know he really didn't want to be drafted there.
Yeah.
So now you've got this guy that was a malcontent he wouldn't interview with any teams or work out for any teams at all. He didn't do any physical workouts for anybody. He refused to, and then told a couple teams in the top 5, "Don't draft me. I won't come play for you." But Danny Ainge was just like, "I don't care. I'm taking you anyway."
Yeah, you play for me or you don't play.
Well, and the other team should band together and go, "Yeah, we're not taking you either. Play." I don't know.
That'd be funny. My eyes.
Yeah.
You thought he'd have learned a nice lesson from what just happened to Dion's kid, as far as how you're
not larger
yourself
than the
in
league,
interviews, and then he just turned around and did it anyway.
Yeah, and what do you think? The Big Ten did pretty well in the draft there, Joel. You got the two Rutgers guys going, obviously the 2 Illinois guys. Then Derek Queen from Maryland. So
Danny Wolf.
Danny Wolf from Michigan. So Big Ten well represented in that NBA draft the other night.
Yeah, they did pretty good on the SEC. Are kind of turning out to be the powerhouses for basketball and football recruits now. So,
and it also shows how competitive the NCAA tournament is. Because you have Duke, three guys went in the top 10 or something like that, and then you got people. Well, if they got 3 guys going the NBA top 10, why didn't they win a national championship? Well, NCAA tournament's tough. It's. You got your elite.
Well, they almost did.
Yeah, almost. But
Florida's a little better.
Yeah, Florida was a little better.
Hey, and speaking of Illini and recruiting and stuff, I'll tell you what. Sometime we should talk about that football thing that Bielema's got going over there. I mean,
for sure.
It's the first time in probably 25 years. I think they might actually be building something over there.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
All kinds of people on campus, and the big kid from Mount Zion, the tight end, the All-American tight end, he's supposed to announce Monday between Illinois and Ole Miss.
Yeah, I see the kid from Dunlap just committed to Alabama.
Alabama.
He's a stud.
Yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, just yesterday. So, we'll definitely talk some Illinois football. I tell you what. We need to get you on the show live when we have Mike Cagley on from the Illini guys. We talk to him every now and then, and we could just let you and Mike talk, and we could take our headsets off because, that'd be a whirlwind of conversation.
As a matter of fact, I think I was listening to it this morning. It's a good show.
Yeah, you can listen to it right here on WLCN 96.3 FM, and I'm sure that's what everybody listens to in the morning. And at 9 o'clock, they turn their radios off because
they should.
Yeah.
That's not true. At 8:58, I head right to YouTube or Mixler, depending on where I am.
Well, we love you, Joe. You must be bored or just like to listen to us to make you feel good about yourself.
I was just going to say, Joel's got to step away from this radio show.
I've been listening to a Saturday morning local show my entire life, back when Sam was doing the swap shop over at WPRC.
I still think we need to bring the swap shop back.
You know what?
That's fun.
You got stuff to swap?
We tried that.
Yeah.
When Darren and I were doing a show elsewhere, we started out one year. It was called Swap Shop and Sports Show. And we took, over the entire course of, 2 or 3 years that show ran, we took exactly 0 calls for swapping horses.
Well, hey. But the problem now, is that you can go on the internet and do that stuff. But wasn't it funny back when those people just call in and go, yeah, I got a lampshade for sale. And, give me
Sam
a number.
was still doing that in Springfield until I think last year they finally said, look, nobody does the swap anymore.
No,
so even he stopped doing that part of it.
Yeah, go to eBay.
It used to be very entertaining. I wish somebody had some old tape of that because that would be interesting to listen to, get some chuckles.
Yeah.
BR549.
It's possible. I'd have to go look, but my dad might have stuff like that. He used to tape everything, and he's got a whole slew of radio stuff he taped.
Well, that's like Jim and Scotty out here. Jim and Scotty used to tape everything. Now they're using zip ties.
Yeah, zip ties.
We got zip ties on the courts now, which is a step up. And
color-coded.
Yeah. Jim's been watching a lot of murder mystery shows.
He's been YouTubing some things.
Yeah. They get the old zip ties.
Well, Joel, thanks for the call, buddy. It's 10:07, and Jim is giving us dirty looks, so we got to get off here. But, thanks for the call, and we'll get you on here soon.
Okay, you guys have a good weekend.
You too, buddy.
Thanks, Joel.
Well, that's going to do it for Nonsense of the Day.
Are you saying what Joel said was nonsense?
No.
It's the only good part of the show.
On Joel again.
No.
Every time.
Before.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Before.
Yeah, now you're...
Joel is never nonsense. I love talking to that dude. He's education.
He definitely brings the knowledge.
All right, that's going to do it for us for today on the Cheap Seats, broadcasting live here from Jake's Furnishings. Come on out and see Jake today. He's got 4th of July blowout.
Yeah, keep an eye on Facebook. I'm going to blow some things out on there.
Yeah, you are. All right, let's get on out of here, and we'll talk to you next week.
Good.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.